Hey everybody, special announcement before the show. This is episode 150, and from now on, we will be doing bi-weekly postings. So on our off weeks, we're going to be posting a different show called Goblin Time, featuring Daylen, Tim, and Joey. On that show, we're going to be reviewing movies, or really just shooting the shit about some movies. And they will all be of the horror genre. So if you're interested, please check that out. The first episode of that will be posting a week from this Monday, which would make that the 21st. I don't know about math, but yeah, check us out. Goblin Time. Anyway, enjoy this episode of Chronic Nonsense.
You've reached Chronic Nonsense. Please enjoy the show after the beep.
Wait, I don't have this.
Oh shit, he doesn't have it.
I don't need it.
I never gave it to him.
Dead Lipskin.
Hold on.
Is my favorite band from the 70s, is a joke I made right before it started. And now we're starting the show. This is the
Welcome to the show, Chronic Tim and
Chronic
Bay
Tim
Braden.
and Bear Grylls.
Barely
And,
a grill.
hey man, are you trying to survive? Piss in your own mouth.
Piss in your mouth!
You know what's bad? Because I fell on my ass,
Yeah.
it hurts sometimes when I laugh.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Isn't that
that's
awful?
unfortunate.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Things that make laughs not fun are evil.
They're evil.
You have
It's
that. You ever have that cough where it's like gonna happen, but it hurts? Like
Yes.
the cough hurts real bad, and if you laugh,
like
there's
that.
no way you can not cough. Mm-hmm. That's my nightmare.
Yeah, it is a nightmare.
I hate that.
I fell on my. It's been raining so much.
And a lot of rain.
It's a lot of rain that my stairs up to my apartment can't handle it, and they're like, "You're gonna have to slip around."
That checks out. Oh yeah, because you've got like those wooden stairs.
They're wooden.
And those get real slip in the wet.
They
get slip in the wet.
they're damn slippy, and I slipped and fell on my. It was funny how I slipped. This is how I remember it in my head. Like I was walking. And I was during, you know how it like has like a stair section and then it stops.
Yeah.
There's a big square and then you walk down even more. I was on that middle part and I was about to go down the bottom stairs and I like a cartoon, it goes like in a U shape, my leg. And
Yeah.
I'm literally in the air, legs straight, like I'm sitting on nothing in the air and I fall straight down on my ass.
Bet that felt good.
It felt horrible.
You
And
were
I was
like,
like, what kind of cartoon am I in right now? I didn't know that could happen. It was crazy.
Who got to see that? Who was that for?
I don't know. It was for me. It's like, here's the pain on your ass.
Here, this will be funny for no one.
So now I'm wearing my black
Except for Tim.
non-slip shoes every time I walk down the stairs.
Yeah.
Or holding onto the railing for dear life.
You bring your shoes to the door and you put them on and you walk down the stairs in them and then you switch shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh. But yeah, no, it's so rainy that they canceled the fucking Thunder.
Yeah, I saw that.
Crazy.
Thunder over Louisville.
Second time ever that it's been canceled. The first time
Wow,
was
really?
COVID.
Huh.
So
That's funny. They probably did
Yeah.
that. They probably canceled it for COVID because they kind of knew that
it was
they
going to
had
rain.
it was going to rain in a few years. No, they probably canceled it this year because they knew they could cancel it for COVID. I don't know how many people are going to Thunder anymore. Are you still going?
That's what I was going to say. I said this when I first heard about it. Well, I'm not going this year.
Yeah, I don't know. Where are you going to?
We had talked about it and decided not to because Tia wanted to play volleyball.
Yep.
Was that crazy? But no, I think genuinely, I think that they, because it got canceled once, like all the years that they've been doing it, never been canceled, and then it got canceled once for a thing that they couldn't avoid canceling it for, and now they're probably like, okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter as much now, and I also feel like
It doesn't.
Because it got canceled once. People are like, well, I think that in general, everybody's like less about the going out since the vid. And
Yeah.
I know it's years later now, but I still don't think that we've rebounded that much.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I personally haven't.
I mean, I
I'm different.
never really liked going out before anyway. But
that gave you an excuse to not.
And now
you had to not for a while.
it made me realize how much I liked to not go out. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been coming to grips with that more recently because of I've been invited to do a lot of things lately.
Like what?
Like go to a bookstore. Thank you.
Go to a bookstore. That was the thing. I'm sorry to hear that was really hard for you.
No, it wasn't hard. It was easy. And that's the point. Hey, but no, I think I've hit a point and I'm sad about it where I don't want to play video games for a bit again, and I'm sad about it. Mm-hmm. I wanted to keep playing.
I'm out too.
Yeah,
so it's all right.
That sucks.
I had a thing that happened though that made me want to stop though.
You got shot.
I got shot in the face. Now my face looks like this guy.
That's why they call it a shotgun.
They changed my face to look like another guy, and now I look like this.
Yeah, now he's a different man.
And they shot his whole face off, and now we got to give him another one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, it's good of them to give you another face. They could have just left you shot.
Which one's uglier?
The face before or the face now?
Yeah.
They're
I'll tell you
both
what.
so ugly.
I'll tell you what. No matter what you say, it's gonna hurt my feelings.
Oh no, they're both so ugly. I can't decide who gets to win. No, your face now is great, and your face before was great. Oh, fucking hell yeah. Yeah, clap a little slower if you don't. Can all y'all clap a little bit slower? I don't know if you can call that clapping anymore.
I won't.
Was that a good impression?
It was a
Did I
good
get
impression
job?
of clapping.
Good job.
Tim, I got a ring on my finger now. I got married. Oh,
There it is. There it is.
Ayo.
Look at him. He's a big old new guy.
Wow, nothing at all changed.
He's like two people stuck together now.
It's like I put sticky stuff on my body, and then a lady fell onto me, and
now she's there all forever.
She's there forever. She'll never leave.
Did she consent to that?
I locked the doors. And she can't operate a locked door.
She doesn't know about locks.
She doesn't know. I gave her a key. I'm a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you were like, you can get out if you know how.
If you know how. The key is in your dog's belly.
It's important to have knowledge before you do the thing.
Why don't you dig through my doggy's poop?
Why don't you dig through my dog?
One person liked it for a second.
What does it seem like being married?
What's it seem like?
Yeah.
How about, that's a question I should be asking you.
Oh, okay.
What does it seem like to you to be married?
Okay, I feel
Forget
like
everything I said.
I feel like it's like for a second there you're like, this is crazy. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, oh, this is good.
And then what hardships do you think come with a specific with marriage specifically?
Oh, you're like, wow, how did I get this ring on my hand?
That's right.
How did this happen?
No, I don't even know.
I don't know how to take it off. It's too tight.
We've been married for like 2 weeks now. And people hearing that are probably like, what the fuck? How did that happen?
It happened 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
That's the main
That's
way
all
it
you
happened.
need to know.
Well, when this comes out, it'll be 3.
It'll be a lot longer ago.
Everybody's not about
so people are
everybody
confused.
knows about the past.
Dirt.
I like dirt.
We got him.
I like dirt. What can I say?
Everybody get him. I didn't know I'd press that one. It's okay. It's okay. It's not around here.
Did somebody say that?
Get
Get those eyes open. He was trying to open his eyes real wide, guys.
Yeah, guys.
He couldn't, so he had to use his fingers. He wrapped his fingers around each lid and then pull. Now he doesn't have eyelids. His eyes are just really wide all the time.
No, mine.
Have you seen the thing about guys getting their fucking eyelashes trimmed off to look more masculine?
No.
Apparently, at least one person has done it.
Man, those men are fucking stupid.
They cry. They felt like crying would make them look more masculine because of all the dust they get in their eyes now.
Dude.
And the eyelashes getting in their eyes.
Yeah, that would be getting in your eyes.
Stupid as fuck.
Also, it's like, I don't know if you, Emma loves my eyelashes.
Yeah.
She tells me about it all the time. She's like, you have such good eyelashes. So it's like,
well, that's sweet.
I know they're thinking about like, I want to look good for, like, they want to be masculine for women, but it's like, I don't think the
women don't want that.
I don't think you know how much girls like long eyelashes. They like it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you should chill.
Yeah.
A little bit. So that's dumb that they're doing that. And it's wasted all the other stuff. That's just on top of the tea.
Yeah.
5, 4.
5.
Man. So yeah.
Burp is shorthand for 4.
We went, wow. What do you want to know, Tim? Do you want to know anything about the wedding? Should I talk about the wedding?
I remember the wedding.
You remember it, right?
I don't remember
How well?
it. I remember it pretty well.
Yeah, I have memories from it. It was only 2 weeks ago, so.
Yeah.
But I was like, it all like happened and like it was all happening to me. It felt like a little bit a lot of the times. So I was like,
Did it go by really fast?
It did. It was really quick. I was like not like it was not too quick. It was a whole day.
Yeah.
But it's like afterwards, I was sitting in my bed about to go to sleep and I was like, well, I'll never have that specific day ever again.
Yeah.
I won't ever have that again. So that's kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
So that's usually why people are like, that's the best day of your life. Because it's like, obviously I will have better days in my life. That's how that works. All right. Tim disagrees completely. I don't think that's it for me, but it is like, that is the one day where it'll be like that for sure. Where everyone's like, just you two, congrats. You know, everyone was very happy. Apparently it was pretty good. So humble brag. If you weren't there, you're a square.
Yeah, that's true.
You're about square as they come.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's probably why they didn't come. Is most things are not designed for squares. They're mostly designed for regular shaped people.
5.
I'm sorry, it's a little offensive to say that square people are not regular shaped people, but it's just the thing is that that's not what it was originally like in before. People didn't used to be square. This male just got married. And then we went on our honeymoon, Tim. Yeah.
We went on our honeymoon to New Orleans.
Did you get lost?
No. Oh. Emma got lost in New Orleans. I didn't. No, I'm just kidding.
So you knew where you were.
I knew where I was.
You just didn't tell her.
We weren't together the whole time. we did our own things. No, she told
called
me,
you. She was like, I'm lost. And you were like, well, you're going to have to find somebody else to help you with that.
She went to New Orleans when she was like 14 or something.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Tim picked up, no one saw it, but Tim picked up a phone. Said that into a phone. That was also his hand.
Yeah.
Made me laugh.
That's why you couldn't hear it as well.
Oh boy. So she got lost in New Orleans when she was 14. And so that kind of like scared her about the place, which I didn't think about that until we got there. And I was like, yeah, I know, right? I felt
like,
bad.
It's time to face your fears.
So it's like, I didn't even realize that's what was going on. I'm like, that's not good for a honeymoon. So we had to do less things that I had planned, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
I want to make everyone know that I'm fine with that. I only planned them because it's like, if we wanted to do something, we don't have to struggle to find something.
Yeah, you'd rather have an idea of a thing to do.
We just have things
to figure it out.
We can do, and we'll pick and choose what we want to do from all those things.
100%.
So, and we did, and it was fun. And we spent a lot of time just going out we DoorDashed a lot because, you know, sometimes we don't feel like leaving. So that's what we did. It was a little staycation outside of our home. And somewhere else while also going out sometimes.
Yeah. Hell
So
yeah.
it's cool.
That's awesome.
The food this time, I was sad a little bit because I was a little bit disappointed.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
That's a shame.
I hyped it up too much my whole life. Like, because I got it.
It's
when I
easy
was-
to do.
I only was there for 2 days when I was also 14. But when I got the food there, I was like, this is the best food I've ever had in my life. It's just the best quality food. Now that I'm an adult, I think I've had a lot of good food.
Yeah,
Now.
yeah.
So now it's like, oh, I think I just hadn't experienced like a cultural food thing before.
Yeah.
And that was my first time really experiencing that. So now it's like, well, it's still good.
That is
It's
hard.
still good. It was good food. There were just we just kept going to restaurants where I'd try something and be like, I'm more disappointed in that, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, but all of the restaurants would have something that was like, oh my motherfucking God, that's so good.
oh, well, that's good at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there was always something that was like, yeah, but I expected it to all be like that, which is where you go wrong. For
Yeah,
sure.
that's tough. We had kind of a similar thing when we were at one of the places we went to in Florida. We went to Krabby Joe's.
Yeah, that sounds like
And-
a
Well, we had been there before, twice, 2 years. We've been there 3 years. 3 years we gone,
Good.
and we gone every year. And the first 2 times we were like, this
Really
is
good.
some slammin' seafood, baby. This
Slammin'
is
salmon.
good as baby boy food.
good as baby boy food.
And so we were really excited to go back there. And we went, and we were both like, we were eating it, and we were kind of like not wanting to say it because we didn't want to mess it
I
up
know.
for the other one.
That's how we were.
And then we were both like, is this? And we were both like, yeah, no, it's not. It's not really that good, is it? That's a shame.
That's how
We were very disappointed.
we were like that with that was the thing. We were like that with a few restaurants where we're
Yeah.
there, we're eating it, and we're like, we're just gonna eat it, and we're gonna be like, this is good, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna leave, and we're gonna look at each other and go, was that good?
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, it didn't help that everywhere we went, I spent a lot of money on our food.
Yeah. When you spend a lot on food, you want it to be awesome.
Yep.
And sometimes that works. Sometimes that'll do it for
Sometimes.
you, where you're like, I paid like bunch dollars, and it makes it taste better in your head. And then sometimes it does the opposite.
Yeah, it does. It does the opposite.
You're like, well, that's not really that good,
when
is
you
it
put
now?
when you put a price on your food that's just too much for people to be able to handle right now, it really you better it like your food has to be so damn good to be worth it. Because it was good pasta, it was good, but I was like, I paid $25 for this thing of pasta.
Yeah.
No way.
There should be fucking good pasta.
It should be like I should be like right?
Yeah.
Not quite. There were some things that we got though that were very good. That wasn't everything. So we got it was surprisingly more of the stuff that wasn't Cajun food.
Yeah.
Which I was surprised by, or like seafood. I got we went to a Korean restaurant. I got these things called bakos. You know what bao is?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
A bao bun.
Hell yeah.
There's a bao bun that's like open like a tortilla. And it's
Interesting.
folded into, and it's got like spicy pork in it, and it's like a soft taco.
Okay.
Like a really like a bao
Yeah.
soft taco, and it was they were pretty good.
I'm here for
Pretty
that.
Small, but
yeah.
very good. And then my wife got Bulgogi, I think is what it's called.
Bulgogi. Yeah.
Bulgogi.
Yeah.
Fucking
I love that shit.
holy shit,
It smells weird as hell, but I fucking love it.
dude! I
The
thought
kimchi's wild, but
you had kimchi in it. We didn't even have kimchi.
Oh, really?
In it? Nope. It was just beef and rice and whatever was going on
Hey.
there. But it was nuts good.
if it's Bulgogi, it's Bul-Goin in me.
Drop it again.
Drop it again.
Yeah.
So that was
No, that's cool.
that was good. We had some of the best sushi we had ever had in our lives. Because sometimes it's just like what sushi you pick, and hopefully
Yeah.
it works out. But it was just really fucking yummy ass sushi.
I've had my fair share of like, okay, I'll try that. That sounds good. Like, well, maybe that wasn't for me.
And then one of my favorites, it gave me like instant diarrhea the whole night, but I did not care. There's this place called Dat Dog in New Orleans where they just do like hot dogs.
Yeah.
And they just do crazy fucking hot dogs. So I got 2 of them. This was our last night. Emma wanted the Bulgogi again.
Yeah.
And so she ordered it from that place. And I was like, I'm going to order from this place. Because that's what we're going to do. Because I really want to try because she's not big on hot dogs.
That's fair.
I got a alligator sausage, one that's made from alligator. And
That's crazy.
Yeah. It had like beans, and it had cheese. And like a chill, I don't. Wow, and like a barbecue sauce or whatever. It was really fucking good.
Yeah.
And then I got another one that was a crawfish etouffee hot dog.
Dude, okay.
So if you had crawfish etouffee,
Yeah.
fucking awesome. It was a crawfish sausage that's made of, and it had fucking etouffee and crawfish on it, and it was the best crawfish etouffee I had the whole time I was there.
That's kind of wild.
It was wild because I had a lot of crawfish.
Yeah.
And I was like.
Yeah, I mean, you're in Crawfish Town.
I'm in Crawfish Town. And
That's cool.
Yeah. We also went to the beach one time. We didn't spend that much time there because it was a 2-hour drive there. We kind of just wanted to go home.
Fair.
We were reading a thing online that was like, shuffle your feet when you go in so you don't like just like step on a stingray or jellyfish, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes but they're just saying that for safety reasons that you could do that anywhere. But it's like,
yeah, that happens.
After we read that, or I read it out loud, I was kind of like, I'm nervous to step around in there, I guess, now that you say that.
Yeah.
I don't want to disturb anyone and get fucking hurt. So we didn't really go in the water that much. And then we chilled. But the drive down there was really interesting because I got to experience like Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
Louisiana. Because when you drive into New Orleans, it's like pretty close to like the border to Mississippi.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I never got to see much like swamp. I got to see swamps.
That's cool.
It was cool. It was cool on the drive. So like, because it's on the southern border, the beach was obviously with the Gulf of Mexico, and the way it's set up is like it gets swampier and swampier because the sea level's rising, right? And so it becomes more islands and more islands, and then you get less and less and less until you finally get to the coast, right? Which was really cool to drive through because there were parts where we were literally on like a highway, not a highway, but it's a road.
Like a raised road.
Like a raised road that's over water for a long period of time. That's cool. And it was like really cool to see that. I saw 3 ospreys. I'd never seen an osprey in my life. I saw 3 of them sitting on a branch just driving to the beach.
That's super cool.
Yeah. And there was like no one on the beach either. Yeah. That was another really cool part. There was like no one there. And I was like, well, that's fucking dope.
I haven't been in a beach in a while that's not anybody at it.
Yeah. Louisiana, most people don't go to
most beaches.
Most people don't go to most beaches.
2,000 people on the dance floor. Jump.
Beach. So yeah, that's what I did. And
hell yeah.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, Tim.
I'm going to stick it.
Stick me,
daddy.
And then I had to get used to going back to work, and now I feel awesome about being there.
Yeah, and it just working it about it.
Working it
Dude.
About it. Don't laugh at me.
I was, okay, there was about 2 weeks where, and I think a big part of it was the fact that they had just bought me a new computer at work. But I was like here for it. I was getting work done. I was working really quick and getting a lot done, and it felt good. And I was really liking work. And I was like happy to be there.
What happened?
And then this Monday,
it's always something that happens.
This Monday I went to work and I was a little sad to be there. And then I don't know exactly what it was. I just the longer I was there, the more I was like, I fucking hate this.
It wore off is what it did.
Yeah.
That happens. That's normal for people who don't like their jobs. Who don't like their jobs, but like kind of respect it. It's not like it doesn't have any, it's just not for them kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing it, and then every now and then something cool will happen, but that cool thing like dies off
just
quick.
For a little bit.
And then you're like, I just wasted 2 weeks of my life thinking that was cool.
Yeah.
When it's like, no, I don't like this. That doesn't mean I like this place.
Yeah, totally.
So it sucks when that happens.
Well, and I got 2 or 3 new jobs this week, new things to do for some clients. That
I got 2 or 3 new jobs.
Oh, yeah, no,
New careers.
we call each vehicle
Yeah.
a job. That's our lingo.
Duolingo.
But I've got a couple really
Sorry, I just pictured that owl exploding.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah. I've got a couple really frustrating jobs right now that I need to do, and it's hard. There's always at least one that sucks, but right now I've got multiple that suck real bad. There's this one in particular that I'm just dreading because I know it's going to be a lot of work. We've got this.
Is it someone that wants a lot of specific elements or something?
Yeah.
That you can't doesn't
it's
make
like
much sense.
that's the thing. They sent us a design. I had to make a bunch of changes to it for it to
make
realistically work. But yeah, what they want, they've got all these lines that go they do all this wavy stuff on the side of the vehicle, and they want it to continue around it, right? Which makes sense and doesn't seem like that big a deal, but when you think about actually getting that shit to line up when they're actually putting it on the vehicle, it's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard. We never do that because it's so hard. When we're doing a design that has shit like that, we'll make it fade when it gets to the edges so that it's just faded there and there's just a color, you know? But that's not what they want, and so we're doing it. And it's just hard
because you have to.
I have to figure that out.
How do you make that look good? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. That's why, man, that's got to be the worst. I mean, it is the worst part of being a graphic designer.
Yeah.
I know that's what every single. It's funny because anyone who isn't in graphic design can think about it for a second, and everyone knows what the worst part of that job is.
Yeah.
They're I already know. It's I'm good at drawing. I love to draw. What happens when some guy's I want a fucking firebolt that's going, bam, 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 I need all this element to go now. Right?
Yeah, that guy. Get that guy out of here.
And that's really 65% of who you deal with for some reason.
Yeah, pretty much.
Those are the people that want designs for some reason.
Yeah, they all have ideas.
And none of them are good.
Sometimes it's worse when they don't, because sometimes they'll show up and they'll be like, I don't have any ideas. That's where you come in. And I'm like, no, you should have one idea at least.
I think
please one idea.
I would like to think that that is that's better, because when they're coming in with nothing, it gives you a lot more freedom to just be okay,
You'd think
I can.
That.
Yeah, I know that. I know that's the part. It's because those people probably get upset if it's
freedom
not.
is great for the when you're working on it, but when you send it to them, then the freedom's over, because they're
my wife is calling me on the podcast right now. Should I answer?
You're married? You do whatever you want. No, the issue is you feel really free for a second, but then when you actually send them the first round of options, they hate them all, and they don't give you any feedback. And that's happened to me so many times that I don't feel like it's a fluke. I think that's just what those people are like.
Yeah,
if they come to you with no ideas, and they're going to be awful to work with.
Yeah, that's fucking all. That's the part that's a problem with it.
Yeah,
I wish. No, so the best part is when someone comes in, they go, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I want to see whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You're an artist.
And then you make something and they like it, and that's great. Every once in a while that happens, and that's the best. That is absolutely the best.
Yeah. That's what anyone who does anything like tattoo artists love that. That's their favorite thing. If they just go in, they're like,
make me cool.
Just give me one of your flash, or just do whatever, just design something that you think is cool and then put it on me.
Yeah.
But just for me. And then hairstylists apparently really like that. If you go into a stylist and you go, you know what? I don't know. Just do something cool with it. Make me look good.
I've never been to truly a hairstylist.
Excuse me. She just texted me the same thing that she just called me out.
In case you forgot what we'd had a conversation in Bort.
Okay. My dad must have fucking called her.
Yeah,
so that's what
probably.
that means.
That's
Oh,
what he
God.
was trying to get you for.
So I probably should have just, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know what they say? Parp.
Parp.
Brindle.
Parp Brindle is what they say.
Parp Brindle.
So how are you, Tim?
Come to fade away.
Is that
That's
what your
how I'm
place is
coming
called?
to.
Oh,
What?
never mind. What are we talking about? What were we just talking about?
We were talking about hairstylists.
Hairstylists,
and
like
how I've never really... I've been to the barber in Charlestown on the square.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to my aunt. My aunt used to do my hair when I was a little child.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got old enough to give a shit about my hair, I went to the barber on the square in Charlestown.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really care that much about my hair.
They're very different.
And then since then, I've only been to Great Clips because I don't have money.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's
I have
expensive.
money now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Congratulations.
But at the time of my haircuts, I didn't have money.
No, you haven't. You haven't.
I haven't had a haircut in 4 fucking years almost.
Really?
At least 3.
It's been because you had short hair when we started.
When you and I got married.
Nope, that didn't happen. No, I got married 2 weeks ago to someone else.
No, let me think about it. Did I have short hair when we started?
So Tim, we'll finish this podcast off with a little bit of something that was a long time in the making, and I committed to. I'm a bit committer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever find a guy that's committed to a bit?
I've met him. I've met one guy.
Tim, Into the Spider-Verse came out in 2018. And I go ahead and shut your computer for this one because that will distract the fuck out of me. Be like, he needs to shut it. I can't.
I don't know how to
I can see his
focus, so-
desktop right now. I hate it. Anyway, so like when that movie came out in 2018, I was like in college and away from you guys. I know that. I'm pretty sure.
I
'Cause
believe-
it was like
I believe
it came
that.
out in like November or something, and I didn't have like all the friends that I did make weren't Marvel people, you know, and I was trying to find a new way to fit in. So I kind of like cut the whole Marvel thing. I was like, that's not really my thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was also, I think it's a little bit of that. And also I was just getting tired of it because we had done a radio show for our high school where we talked about Marvel movies. We watched them all and we saw all the stuff, and there's so much fucking Spider-Man that happened between fucking 2002 to today.
Yeah.
There's so much Spider-Man that it was like, and it was like another thing. It's a new story. I was like, even if it's completely different, which it was, I don't want anything to do with that right now.
Yeah.
Not for a while. I need to rest up. But everyone was saying it was so good. It was like the best thing they'd seen, right? And so I was like, fucking god damn it. Of course it is. Of course the one that I'm
Yeah, the one you were like, this is too much. Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the movie. I'm sure it's great. I don't want to fucking see Spider-Man again.
Yeah.
Again, I've seen it. He's my favorite superhero, but I've seen enough. I'm done. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Yes, I
I
know you
understand the
get it.
burnout.
Everyone in your entire life gave you Batman shit.
Yeah.
For everything.
For a year. For now, still.
I know they do. I'm
Yeah.
sure they do because they're like, well, I don't know anything about him, but I know he likes Batman.
Yep.
Yes. Not anymore. I hate that man now. So like I was done with it, and then it got to a point where I was interested, but I kept being asked by you guys or like everyone else like, "Oh, we should watch it. We need to watch it." And I'd be like, "No." And then I started saying no as a bit because even though I did want to watch it, I was like, "Nope, I'm done."
Yeah.
And then the waiting till marriage joke was too funny to pass up. So I was like, "All right." Because I had this idea where I was like, on my honeymoon, I'm going to send a video of me watching it for the first time on my honeymoon, hoping you guys forgot I said that.
Yeah.
I would, or not forgot necessarily, but weren't remembering it at the you guys.
I think Joey forgot for a second.
I think he did too. I was expecting you guys to be like, I don't know. Not thinking like I was getting married, but you guys weren't thinking about, oh, you can watch Into the Spider-Verse now.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone was thinking that, which is
No.
what I wanted. So when I showed it to you, be like, remember, I said I was there. Now I'm doing it.
Here it is.
So because I got married, I was like, all right, I'll watch Into the Spider-Verse. Emma was super excited, so she got
Hell
to watch
yeah.
it with me. And I saw it. It was fine. It was kind of terrible, actually. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
No, I'm kidding. It was fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
It was great. I was watching it. I was like, oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I thought this was going to be this good the whole time.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And it was nice. It was just nicer because it was like, I still believe in 2018 it would have still been too much for me, and I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as I did now.
That's fair.
But because even with the Miles Morales story, I'm like, that's still fucking Spider. I know the Miles Morales story too.
Yeah.
But like, I love the Miles Morales. I love Miles Morales. Like that's the Spider-Man I like the most, I think.
Well, and that movie did a lot for him.
It was really good
because there are some Miles stuff, especially the first stuff that that he was in, where they didn't take the care that he deserved in writing his stuff.
What was he in before Spider-Verse?
His original appearance in the comics.
Oh,
they just don't really take the care to do anything with him. He's just kind of Peter but different. Peter, but what if Peter was black?
Yeah.
If Spider-Verse feels like they cared more.
It was like, we're going to create, this is a different thing. It was so wonderful. It was really funny too.
Yeah.
And I liked that it was funny, and the animation was amazing and great. What I liked about the animation was that it was like, there was so much happening on the screen at once that it was absolutely difficult to follow. But at the same time, it was also the easiest thing in the world to follow.
Yeah.
What's going on. Cause it's like, I see all the abstract colors and all the things they're throwing at my face right now, but like, I can receive it in. It's so cool to see a movie that's like, bam, 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 bam. And you're like, yes, more. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah. It's very easy for something like that to be a little too much, a little overwhelming or something. And I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't. It was very good about like when scenes needed to be not that much, they weren't at all.
Yeah.
And when they were a lot, they were a lot. And it was really fucking, it was cool.
Hell yeah.
And then the one thing I will say about it that I think is so fucking funny now, that movie is dated to hell already.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen it recently?
Yeah, I have.
It is dated, and it's specifically for the music.
Yeah.
Because I was like...
Yeah, it really is.
And I don't think it's a bad thing. I love that. And I love that it will have... I like movies that have a date on it like that. Hopefully that's what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Because it will forever be the year 2018 as a movie.
Yeah.
It really will be, because there was a spot in it. So like Sunflower came on. I was like, this is a great song though.
Oh, it is.
What a wonderful song they wrote.
Yeah.
There was another part where it was a very Juice WRLD sound to it, and it just came in and interrupted everything, and I started laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my God, that is so 2018 of them to have that song specifically play it right now.
Hell yeah.
That is so, but I really enjoyed that. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad. This was what I had hoped when I finally came to terms with the fact that you weren't going to see this movie for a while.
You knew I was going to like it eventually.
I really hoped that by the time you did see it, it would still be something that you would enjoy.
It's worth it.
And I'm glad that it worked out that way.
It would have been cool to see in theaters. I'll give it that. It would have been cool to see, but...
I think that you had a good time, and you probably were right that you wouldn't have liked it as much then.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird because it's like the movie, like the way it feels, came out at the perfect time, because it's like I was saying, it's 2018 in a movie. It's like everything that was going on. It's like, that's why people loved it so much.
Oh yeah.
Anyone, like, people not, I mean, there's people who aren't Marvel fans who watch all the Marvel movies, right?
That's
and like
true.
All that stuff, which I would say that I'm probably part of that. And then there's people who are even less of fans like that, who also watched Into the Spider. Like all the people I knew that weren't Marvel fans, didn't watch it did watch it in college. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't do it to me. Please don't. But it was like, it was just so like, I really did it, but it also came out at a poor time, because they're coming out with a new story, a new thing, when there's so much in like the Marvel universe going on at that time. Yeah. Already, that it was just like, it was overstimulating, especially that movie too. I would be like, I can't do it. Don't show me a superhero ever again.
Yeah.
With that one, but it was very, very good.
Yeah.
Very big fan. One of the best ones I've seen, I'm sure.
Hell yeah, man.
It reminded me a lot of, I love that it's its own little thing. It reminded me a lot of, when you watch, you know what I'm talking about, the animated DC movies.
Oh, yeah.
That are basically just comic books.
Yeah.
That are just animated movies that tie to literally nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, maybe they'll make another movie or
maybe they'll make one similar. Yeah.
But everything's different. They might bring back the same voice actors for different things, but they're all different universes.
Yeah.
All different stories they want to tell with these same characters.
Yeah.
And it's it reminded me one of those, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I love that. I want there to be more of that. Mm-hmm. Just, hey, this is a movie that exists on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that a lot.
I loved how different it was too. With the Doc Ock was a girl. No one was expecting that. Yeah. She did the thing where I was
her tentacles were gross.
They were gross. And I at one point I was like, how many does she have? And,
yeah.
And then when I looked, I was like, it's 4. She's just being absolutely nuts with it because it's animation. But she was fine. I mean, that's not what that movie was about.
Yeah.
It's not about the villains at all.
Right.
Which I'm glad.
I felt like it was fine.
I've seen enough.
I don't think it was yeah.
I think people would probably see her in it and be like, Dr. Octopus is a cool villain, but they relegated her to just being kind of there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've seen Dr. Octopus though. If you want Dr. Octopus, watch the second movie, the second Sam Raimi, or play the game.
Yeah.
Play Spider-Man the game. If you want I'd say play the game if you really want the Doc Ock experience.
Well, I honestly kind of liked that she wasn't really she was a villain in that she did shady, amoral stuff. She definitely did, but she wasn't the reason that there was a problem. You know what I mean? She was a part of it, but she was really more or less just doing her job.
She was she was a bad guy's sidekick to Fisk.
Yeah, seriously.
And Fisk was...
And she was completely motivated, I felt by just scientific discovery.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did she make bad choices because of that? Sure. But I liked that about it. Just that she's not evil. She just really likes science.
Yeah. And that it's she really was. And there's some parts that are she's bad.
She's a bad person for sure, but she's not I'm going to destroy the city.
It definitely was. It was a movie that wasn't about a superhero beating a bad guy.
Yeah.
It was about something else. It was about this kid, and it was really heartwarming.
Yeah.
And now I won't see Across the Spider-Verse for another 15 years.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Hey,
I'll probably see it soon.
Maybe if you wait that long, there might actually be a second final end of it.
Maybe. I don't know if I want. I'm not.
Probably not.
I want to see the sequel, so I'll probably watch that soon.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
Well, if you do, let me know.
I will.
I'd like to hear about it.
Bird.
Hear what you think about it.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Hey, what? The show's over? Fuck it.
We're going to have to let you go. Talk to you next week. Goodbye.